Yep, we're back after like 2 weeks of me not streaming because. Oh, it's so loud. Holy. There we go. Okay, it's solved. Loki. Anyways, how you doing? I'm doing really great actually. After I went up to the hospital, I felt like great than ever. Had to put on IV bag most of the days I've been there. So painful, not gonna lie. It's not liberating to say the least, guys. I've been put in an IV bag, so yeah. Anyways, this is what I've been working on. A Heisho team. All I need is a Segregor and Serodion, yeah. And maybe Shichunishmea too? I don't know. Let's do this, chat. Rebellion de la Masas. The pilgrimage of compassion. Where does it take place in? It's still an H Corp. It took place in the H Corp, guys. Somehow. And there's 2 modes. Which mode should I do first, chat? I think I'm gonna do normal mode. The Unknown Sea. Clear within 10 turns. Oh wow. That's a limited that's a limited amount of units. Where are they? What are they doing? Are they like getting, I don't know. Let's just use Blitz team for now on. Blitz, not Blitz Mirror Dungeon, the Blitz slash Pierce slash story. That one, yeah.
제 차례인가요?
I mean, it's not bad of a team, ain't it?
몸 좀 풀어볼까요?
Okay, let's see what the story is about. Let's see how the story begins, actually. I was exploring a lobotomy corporation branch when my consciousness sinks into the depths. The sense of cognition, itself a concept without form, floats into the shadow of a never-widening river, swept up in its currents to nowhere. When we ran into an abnormality, but Sot told us that the Hongyan's lobotomy corp branch should be free of any abnormalities. That's odd. The abnormality, which had appeared out of nowhere, was more otherworldly than any we'd encountered so far on our journey, and deep blue. It was fathomlessly blue, and seemed to have a pull that endlessly drew us into itself. Just as I was about to recall this abnormality, a myriad of sceneries and a flood of incalculable thoughts crashed into my mind like wild waves before ebbing away from its shores. I was already lost and adrift somewhere within my unconsciousness when I realized this. Just how long am I going to be adrift? The sensation of my unconsciousness floating away is quite an unfamiliar one. I float about in that strange state for a while. Huh? Is that what I think it is? Are you, Dante? Huh? The fog of my vision clears as the voice breaks through the waves. An unconcerned expression comes into view. Yes, I am. Ah, what a relief. Gregor, I think Dante has come to. So, who's this girl? I was about to ask further question to this stranger with particularly long, animal-like ears, but... I feel the drowsiness coursing back with the terrifying memories of the dream, rendering me unable to speak. I have to get a hold of myself. I barely managed to wake myself from the slump. Oh, Amiya! Is it? Yeah, her name's Amiya, if I remember correctly. Do note that I don't play Arknights. I don't play Arknights, like, at all. Wait, so were those animal ears after all? Okay, that's not important right now. I have to prioritize figuring out just where in the world I ended up in. So, where We're standing by the Iberian coastline. How are you feeling? A little out of it, but I'm okay otherwise. Iberia, huh? Yes, we are in Iberia. Well, given that we're next to an ocean, maybe I drive all the way to U-Corp's Great Lake. Iberia was an unfamiliar name, but that was all I had to go on, given that the city was still full of more unknowns than knowns to me. I radioed your colleagues when you bravely woke up earlier. They'll be here any minute. I see. Wait, my colleagues! You must have run into the sinners, then. The fog of my mind immediately cleared as soon as I realized the sinner was all nowhere to be seen. Sinners? Aw, she cute. She cute, chat. She kinda cute, but I don't think I'm gonna say much about her. I think so. I ran into them earlier. They were looking all over the place for someone with a clock on their head. It was a pretty unique description, so I could tell right away that you were the person they were looking for. So this clock head does come in handy. Manager Bud! Dante! I had woken up in an unfamiliar place to an unfamiliar face, and in the midst of all this all-around sense of displacement, the faces that appeared before me were suddenly in sight of for sore eyes. Gregor! Honglu! Miss Rabbit here told me she found you unconscious by the ocean, and phew, came as fast as I could. Oh boy, I was worried that something bad might have happened. Glad to see you're doing fine. Were you lost at sea? I don't know. Well, I don't think I'm fine though. I guess I'm not having any way to drink water's finally come in handy. You should go get that checked out, just in case. Oh, wait, your head's waterproof, right? Grega takes a moment to steady her breathing, then mutters a casual quip as he lights a cigarette. Well, you don't seem that concerned. Maybe you're not actually in that much danger. So, what happened? Where are we? Do you remember entering that lobotomy corp branch Shichun told us about? Yeah. We ran into a new abnormality and got sucked into it before we even had the chance to do anything. Man, I really thought that was it for us, especially with you getting sucked in there too, Manager Bud. But when we came to, despite waking up with our faces down in some ditch, we were all fine without a scratch. Though there was quite the mess when we realized that you'd gone missing. Okay, I think this story takes place after the Neo Polgis night, if I remember correctly. We wanted to search for you immediately, but it took a while before we got a bearing of where we were. So we were not at U-Corp's Great Lake? Some of us considered that to be a distinct possibility, but it's unlikely. Ishmael was really certain they were not in District 21. She did concede that we might be in an area within the Great Lake of the outskirts, but that doesn't seem likely either, given what the rabbit-eared lady there said. The outskirts region of the Great Lake. I've met all kinds of people from all over Terra, but I've never met anyone who would refer to the Iberian Sea that way. Terra? Iberia? As I found myself puzzled by these unfamiliar terms, a very obvious question suddenly struck me. Speaking of which, who are you? Huh? Really? You fellas haven't introduced yourself to each other yet? It's just that it's all just a lot to take in. It's understandable. You did just wake up from a pretty harrowing experience. She's actually, would you like to do the honors yourself? I'm Amiya, the leader of Rhodes Island, please. Just call me Amiya. I'm Tansei, manager at Limbus Company. I know I'm late, but thanks for saving my bacon. It seems that this rodeo island is a rodeo island. Yeah, it's an island where people do rodeos. That's about it. Yeah, rodeo island. Am I right? Rodeo island. The rodeo island. Oh my God, Gregor. That's how people anyways, that's the people who are unfamiliar with the Rhode Island thingy. For those who don't know, Rhode Island is a part of, I think it's a city or an island. Let's just call it an island. An island in America. Yeah, How about it? We started really strong there, aye. The Rodeo Island. I can't with that name really. Rugger trails off ominously and scratches head before continuing with some mild trepidation. This young lady with the rabbit's ears doesn't know what the head is at all. As far as I know, there aren't any an organization in Terra with the same characteristic as the one Mr. Gregory explained, at least not with a name like the head. Also, sorry, it's Rhodes Island, not Rodeo. Sorry, Gregor's kinda bad with names. They're relatable. I barely could even remember my classmates in college. Just so you know. I only remember a few faces. Just a few, by the way. Just a few. And then I would forget it, like, right after. Funny. Okay, back to the video. So, what you're saying is that we're not in the city anymore? It's a bit weird for any higher up in this huge corporation to know less about the head than we do, let alone be completely clueless about it. Well, maybe we have tumbled into a previously undiscovered zone of the outskirts of the ruins. Probably. Or maybe we have really found ourselves in a completely different world. If their conjecture is correct, we're in way bigger trouble than I thought. This wasn't like the last time we accidentally stranded ourselves in the outskirts via a door in the corridor. Oh! Oh, I knew it! I knew it was from the door, dude. I knew it was from the door. Just like the Interfellow... What, 3? Oh yeah, it's 3. No, wait, 2. Interfellow 2. My fault, guys. The Christmas one. The Miracle in... Wait, no! Yeah, it is the 3rd Interfellow. What are you saying? I think I can draw a connection to something else that's happening here. Really? Yes. Recently, anomalous signs and events have been occurring in Iberia ever since a mysterious dimensional door appeared at sea. And it's been said that this dimensional door is connected to something very, very distant. To something that we have never observed before, so... Seems reasonable to theorize that the dimensional door is now we managed to cross over to this world. Where'd all the other sinners go, anyway? A bit late of the uptake to be gawking around for the other sinners now, don't you think? There are a settlement near here, where they're all helping out with various odds and ends of the village, while taking turns searching for Dante, of course. You know, I never thought about how difficult it would be to search for someone when we are like fish out of water too. Man, barely got even a wink of sleep since yesterday. Everyone's got to be really tired then, so just you two out here for now? No, Hitchman and Yisang are in the other half of the search party, and we just happen to be the last group in the rotation. They must be searching elsewhere to find you, Manager Bud. We've got the news early thanks to Amiya's comms gear, but the other team didn't. Yeah, we got lucky. The other team, well, we don't have any way to get in touch with them, so they'll probably continue their search until the ship is done. Oh, are we talking about that village you mentioned earlier? Right. You've been there yet, huh? I guess it's a bit of the bitter path. Well, we're going to have rendezvous with the other sinners anyway, so let's head to the village for now. I would like to accompany you there. Sure, I don't see why not. You're just fan Manager Bud, and more importantly, you seem to know a lot more about this place than we do. I don't actually know Iberia that well either, but I should be able to be of some help. They've closed their borders and have practically locked out any foreign influences from affecting them, but... Aren't you gonna briefing before the mission? Closed borders, huh? Then, how did you get in, Miss Amiya? We followed Dr. Calcit's direction and illegally crossed the country border. Illegally? Oh, does that mean you crossed the border without obtaining any permission, Amiya? We had to cross the border somehow in order to investigate how and where the dimensional door came to be. Huh. Is it normal for pharmaceutical companies to be doing that? Large pharmaceutical companies often dispatch their agents on for missions. Yes, Rhode Island is. In its essence, a pharmaceutical company researching treatments for people infected with orphary. But we also work to prevent and assist the management of those various situations that can occur in high-risk areas. High-risk areas, huh? Oh, wait. What about your companions? I hope you came all the way here on your own. That's, we were forced to split up due to certain forces that were in pursuit. Oh, wait! Stop! There! As we stood but confused, Amiya, not noticing something, pointed toward the seashore hidden behind large and cracked rock formation. What are we supposed to do? Huh? Oh, hello! That's Scuddy, right? Scuddy. Is it? Bickering with two familiar faces. Again? Move! You're in the way! You needn't worry as you do. We have had ample experience battling monsters who are much like them. Listen, I'm not worried, it's... Come on. Better to have 3 fighters than 1, right? Besides, you're the first person we're into out here, so we've got a lot of questions to ask. Hisang! Ishmael! Dante! You are unharmed. And here I was getting ready for a 3 days long search. What a relief. We were all worried that we might never be able to find you. We managed to find them thanks to help from Miss Amiya here. Amiya? Are you two acquainted? Not a good time for a reunion. It can wait. Until after we check out the sea monsters. Scuddy, are those organizations the Seaborns Dr. Calcit mentioned? They are sea terrors, to be specific. The less sophisticated ones among them. And they're probably here for me. Sea terrors? Ew. Ooh. I was almost certain we were at the Great Lake, but I'm not so sure anymore. Do you think those creatures could be whales or mermaids? I don't know. The Great Lake and the outskirts are full of unexplored mysteries after all. Dante, what do your senses say? It's unclear. Outside the close comparison I could make is with the whales, but even that's not conclusive. Huh. More enemies on the horizon. We should prepare for battle. Doesn't seem like we can talk things out with them, though. So, let's check them out! I don't think that they would... That kind of sound, but okay. Alright. Nope. I don't think so. I think we have like, Oh my god, it's in Japanese. Usually, they're in Korean, right? Nope, this time it's in Japanese. Thanks. What the fuck was that? That's insulting. Alright, that's it. I think the gacha has like you could roll for Amiya and answer, right? Yeah, I'm getting Amiya later tomorrow. I would like to stack some points first and then use the points to buy some tickets. Or maybe I would save them for yeah, the Ishmael Ego. The Scotty Ishmael Ego. Shasik Mokji. It's so laggy, chat. What the fuck? Ouch. Hold on. I think I have to disable something first. I think that's why it's acting out lately. Yeah. They're sucking up performances. Yep.
깔아준다면
I hope we're in the clear.
완성되었네.
개인 줄도 몰랐네.
또한 용서할 텐데.
개인 줄도 몰랐나.
リンバスカンパニーの皆さん、この勢いに乗って勝ちに行きましょう。
Okay, I will.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
이 정도 너무 잘못했대?
이제 너무 쉽군요.
어때?
Wow. I think they got that sound from the game as well. I think. All remaining enemies have been returned to the sea. Good work, everyone. Didn't think I would have to deal with anything remotely like this outside the Great Lake. You can say that again. It would have taken us the whole day if that Scuddy character didn't occupy the other. Why the fuck do you say character like you're not from here, dude? Why the fuck you said that like you taking a break while looking at the script? Script? What the fuck is a script? Script! God damn it! Oh my god! What the fuck is a script? What the fuck is a script? As we were catching our breath after the battle, I had a brief hum. When I turned to look at its source, I saw Scuddy glaring at me with palpable alarm. Strange people would transform. Hey, you cannot say that! And a head of clock? I guess they're both technically true. Well, it's nothing more than a theory at this point. I think they have a lot to do with the dimensional that we're supposed to be investigating. Nice to meet you, I guess. I only hear a ticking clock. Oh, that's because only us sinners can hear Dante's voice. Huh? What's up? No, I'm just wondering how Miss Amiya can seemingly understand Dante. Yeah, what's going on here? Huh, yeah, it completely flew over my head that I didn't even question how weird this is. Their voice sounds like a ticking clock to me, too, but I don't know, it's almost like I can sense what they're trying to say. What kind of emotion they're trying to convey? Her explanation reminded me of the blue boy in Sinclair's past. Oh, Demian, yeah, Demian. Oh, it's Demian. Is it Demian? Gotta be Demian. So she can read me kinda like how Virgilius can, I guess. Well, I don't think it's a bad ending. Oh, bad thing. That's true. It's been a bit of a hassle to always need Foss or Honglu to translate for you, Dante. I'd like to know exactly how she can understand Dante, but I don't think we've got the luxury of time to sit down and figure this out. So, are we heading back? Sounds like a plan. It's not like we know anywhere else to go, right? And Miss Rabbit here will be tagging along too. Hop on VR chat? No. I'm streaming. I'm glad to be working with you two also, Miss Ishmael, Mr. Honglu. I took the words right out of my mouth. You've already helped us plenty, and you clearly know a lot more about this place than we do. The journey is long. Perhaps embarking on it ere the sun's fall would be wise. How long's the journey? No idea. It's not like we have a clock with us. I do know that it's not very far though. We just need to walk along the coastline for a bit. Scotty quietly points in my direction. Oh, Dante can't tell us the time because they're not in time. Then why the clock's head? I didn't exactly choose to get myself a clock-shaped head. Duh! The coasts of Iberia are hardly good place for people to live. Those things can go anywhere in this world, but they thrive at places that meet the ocean. So how do people manage to build a village at a place like this? The monsters are called seaborns, or seaterrors, yes. While it is true that they pose certain difficulties, they were hardly the kind of monster with the strength to bring scourge and drive out the local populace. Don't judge them based on that brief skirmish. She's just telling us to be on our guard, right? Scotty can be a bit curt, but she's not a bad person. I don't think she said anything wrong. Nothing rules out the existence of stronger variants of these creatures being out there. Scotty's concern only served to fan my curiosity, but something about her expression communicated that I probably shouldn't pry, so I quietly quickened my pace as we walked to the village. And that's the end of the story. It's quite long for a beginning, no? Okay, what's the MVP here? Is it Gregor or Yisang?
피가
Yeah.
피가 잔뜩 흘러넘치고 있고. 아니 한 방울이라도 괜찮으니까 내게 줘. 어머니께서 여기서 자르신다 해도.
Whoa, dude! Holy shit, dude! Gregor threw up, guys. Gregor threw up. Gregor threw up. This hardly looks like a village. It's more like the ruins of none, isn't it? It doesn't seem like they've done any proper upkeep to the place. Not in a while, at least. They're really here, living together. Strange buildings tell the stories of the former prosperity from a bygone era. Faro Muerto. What does Faro mean? Is it place? I think it's place. I don't really know Spanish that much, so feel free to let me know. We don't see these kinds of abandoned looking ruins often in the city either. Well, yeah, there's always someone or something out there waiting to capitalize on that free real estate, be it a syndicate or a corporation, and fix it up. Better than this, at least. So, where are the sinners? Yeah, where are they? Huh? There's a clearing down here. Where? We were entrapped by twice a twine of great ships, narrowing winds against our sail. Ooh, and that... Say no more. Ha! Is that Don Quixote? That's gotta be Don Quixote, come on. Echoing triumphantly between the empty buildings. Yay, Don Quixote! Hello, Don Quixote, my goat! Like a traveling thespian. Answers, you dogs! Oarsmen! 'Tis the moment! I, Ishmael, the first man of vessel Mephistopheles, shall navigate. Stop! Hold on! Just what do you think you're doing? Young Ishmael. Manager Squire! Verily, thou hast returned with Manager Squire safely in tow. What? They found Clockhead? A burning clock for a head. When I was a child, I heard a story about a legendary circus with a flaming head. Why would someone like that visit our humble village? While the exteriors may carry elements that inspire fear in some, there's no cause for alarm. Yeah, they might look like that, but they're Dante, our manager, and the rest are... Oh, hello. I'm sorry? Who are you two? They're two very nice people who helped us find Dante. This is Miss Amiya, leader of Rhodes Island. And this is Miss Cuddy, the operator. They'll be coming along with us for a little while. Eh? With us? We believe that the dimensional door, which we at Rhodes Island are investigating, has something to do with why you suddenly woke up in here in Iberia. As Amiya was bringing the sinners up to speed. The villagers who were staring at us curiously approached us. Oh no. Did our conversation manage to convince them that we're not a threat? I sure hope so. You are friends of our saviors. Saviors? Fairly, 'tis quite a grand title, yet that is the word by which we addressed. To be more precise, by saviors. They're referring to only Faust and Otis. Faust gave me a light nod and we made eye contact. But I could tell that her lips were drawing a very, very subtle smiling arc. So, I'm guessing something did happen. They were quite mistrustful upon our initial arrival. Sorry, fellas. What business do outsiders have here? What if they're from the Inquisition? Oh no, what do we do? After all we went through to get here. Calm yourselves, everyone. None of them are carrying what appears to be their scriptures or lamps. Let's first try to see who they are. Man, I don't think they're gonna trust us anytime soon. They're all Kermagedons. That's STNC, then PTSD. You can't do that, Ryoshu. We can pillage their storage depots. It looks like they already have it hard enough as it is. I don't think STNC is a good way to get started either. Shouldn't we just file and help elsewhere? Just look at how thin their arms are. I don't think they're in any shape to help us out. Perhaps we could inquire as to our whereabouts earlier to decide our lodging. While the landscape is certainly reminiscent of U-Corps, but I don't recall seeing or learning about any place that looks like this, though I can say I've been to every corner of U-Corp. I ask again, what business do outsiders have here? Their fingers are tightening around the grips of their weapons. Prolonged silence will most likely turn this into a hostile encounter. We can have that. Hi, we're from Limbus Company. We are Fixers of Justice! Yeah, that. Fixers of Justice. Oi, do you know when you want to keep it down? Fixers. Oh my god, Otis. That over there, it's a ship blueprint, isn't it? Are you looking to repair a vessel by any chance? All these construction materials seem to suggest so. Chief. This does not concern you. It's not something a mere outsider can understand. Curious. I have never seen an energy source like this before. Have you run a test to rule out any stability issues? It seems to power the heat exchanger via some method comparable to the utilities in the fusion energy. Have you any thoughts on this, Miss Faust? The general design structure is somewhat old-fashioned, but there certainly are inspired parts to this design, particularly with this usage of the core energy source. While stability would need to be further studied, this technology seems to be incredibly energy efficient. You didn't identify all but that by merely glancing at this blueprint? You must be the village chief, then. If so, I have a proposition for you. In return for assisting their ship repair, we were promised a ride on their vessel. Miss Faust has theorized that perhaps, by going out to the sea, we may be able to find a way to return to whence we came. Does that mean we can find a way back somewhere out there in the sea? Nothing is certain yet, Dante. At this moment, we are working based on a hunch. Oh, my sleep pattern's been fucked up lately, chat. Sorry. Tom Holland. No issues were encountered in the repair process. Yes, well, I am also a genius after all. A mere conjecture that we probably came through a dimensional door of sorts. Looks like that dimensional door might be what Foss is looking for. Well, like I said earlier, we've been keeping ourselves busy looking for you this whole time. We took turns helping with the repairs and resting, but not many of us got a proper night rest. Still, we weren't cold, thanks to the villagers who kept the fire going for us all night. Not to mention how they helped us a ton with that local map they drew us. Oh, also, Chief handed us this earlier, was it for? Oh. She carries enough cookies and bread for 12 people? What? They did offer us some mush, those dried fish things, but we refused. I didn't feel like about taking food from the needy. Okay, kinda. I'm kinda lost in the sauce already, chat. The fuck? Brr, skabidi dop dop dop, yes, yes, skabidi dop dop, yes, skabidi dop dop dop, yes, yes, skabidi dop dop dop, yes. Okay, well, that's a long story, chat. They even have the thing. The what? Yeah, the flashback thing. Of course. And our screen is black somehow. I don't know why. Oh my god, why is it black? I don't know. Terra. A place called Terra, chat. There's a place called Terra. Okay, now we're ready. With the curtains and the windows removed, the smoke has an exit. Whoa! I thought we were doomed to shatter ourselves to sleep with the soaking wet firewood and all. I had no idea that would work. We just have to get a small fire going underneath it, until the wood dries up and catches fire. The downside being all this smoke. Oh my god, Otis! You're making soup with cookies and jelly? No! You're not getting anywhere near the kitchen again! Not after what you cooked up last time! Oh my god. Don! Don't get off the kitchen! You are not suitable for the kitchen, Don. You are not for the kitchen. You ain't built for the kitchen, ka? Right? Don't you remember? We agreed to leave cooking to Muran or Oti if we ever in a situation like this, remember? Did we? Yeah, we did. Back at the KFC. See, I think it's become sort of an unspoken rule after everything that happened. Remember? Back during last year's cooking contest at K-Corp? They were the only two people who managed to get that remotely positive reviews. Does that mean we'll get to try Otis cooking once again? Denied. We still have plenty of high-calorie foods like cookies and jellies here. I find no reason to do something with so inefficient. I'm glad to see that everyone's still energetic. Given the circumstances, it can be easy to suddenly wake up in an unfamiliar environment. Well, we're all quite used to getting thrown into unfamiliar places. We did. Speaking of which, did you manage to reach your colleague Samia? They might have lost their comms devices, or maybe they're into some other trouble. Could they be in danger? I don't know, but I'm sure they're okay. Dr. Kaltsit, they're both more than capable enough to look after themselves. Long as this curiosity lingered with me, thus allow me to inquire. Corporations are, by their natures, organizations in pursuit of profit. Yet, the activities of your corporation resembles those of charity organizations as opposed to a pharmaceutical company. Is there what that makes get this blurred distinction? I wanted to know too. How come a pharmaceutical company like Rhode Island's helping people? Oh, mana so ichi chat. Okay, chat channel, what the fuck is this? I am confused. Right, Sal. What could possibly be worse than an incurable deadly disease? While various region by region, discrimination against the infected is widespread across Terra. Those who suffer from it must fear unfair treatment. Some are quarantined in place with terrible, inhuman conditions, and there have been massacres too. I don't mean to be careless, but is this oropathy highly contagious? No, there have not been any recorded cases of infection by contact, as long as the subjects are alive. But when the infected dies, the crystal crowns on their body decay and turn into dust, scattering, which is what spreads the plague. Then, burying environments is like active battlefields where casualties are to be expected. Staying within close proximity of the infected in daily life seems to pose hardly any risk. So what's the problem, then? They already passed the point of caring about what the problem is. Once people start feeling iffy, all logic goes out the window. Then Rhode Island's goal has to be... Yes, it is important to develop a cure for oropathy, but I think what really matters is that we change the circumstances for the better for the infected. What? That's not going to be an easy endeavor, though that is what gives your effort more meaning. I hope you can achieve that goal, Amiya. I really do. For truth! The city, this world. We both live in worlds full of surprises, don't we? Oh, we did. What kind of world did you come from? This city? What kind of place is the city anyway? A city, duh! The kind of place within too many pointless rules. The kind of place where the moment you think, isn't this too much, you see something even worse. Try as I might, I couldn't think of any single positive thing about the city. The sinners seemed to be in agreement, as most of what came after was quite scathing. The kind of place where good deeds rarely even go unpunished, where sympathy is a good attitude to have if you like getting stabbed in the back. Nothing good ever works out there. It's a shithole. It's an irrational place, full of absurdities. Absurdity is an omnipresence. Therefore, it is not a subject by which one should be aggrieved. We can at least grouse about them, though. I mean, it's the only thing we can do. It would be more correct to experience more and acclimatize oneself to it instead of complaining. You did say something like that last time. Just as the mood was starting to turn rather sour, Don Quixote shouted to the awkwardness. Verily! Nary a day goeth by untarnished by villains and their foul deeds. Yet, worry thee not, for where evil rised, so doth fixer of justice too. Don Quixote jumped from her seat and passionately shook her fist, which was full. Oh my god! Oh! Don't you destroy the building! Don Quixote! Watch out! What? Huh? What the fuck is he? What the fuck is she bumping out the ceiling? Who is this girl? Oh my god, she looks so confused. I feel bad for her. Don. How farst thou? Farst thy foot? You gotta apologize first. Lost him with Tatsu Hyper today. Apologies where I hardly expect the wall to crumble with such ease. Are no one hurt? Any injuries? Two? Pray tell, two what? Forget the apology. I just want to know what happens next. The fixer of justice rose up to what? Oh, is it too late an hour? I don't mind waiting till morning if you want to sleep. Nay, not at all. It is quite early in the hour for tales. In fact, prithee, sit thyself here. You ungovernable fool, calm down. We don't even know who she is. And don't you forget to share those fixer tales over there in the corner to not disturb our sleep. Thou makes a request most untenable. These tales deserve to be announced for the world with great gusto from the center. Yeah, that's the best way to hear those kinds of stories, but we should probably introduce ourselves to each other first. Name's Mayers. I'm... how should I put this? Did you meet the village chief earlier during the day? He's my Gramps. Oh, that nice guy? So he had a granddaughter. Yet I have not seen you once, Miss Mayers. Under the sun. Oh my, you're right. I thought the village was completely dried out of any young blood. Like Radia said, well, we didn't see Mayers out there. There wasn't anyone else in the village we could comfortably call young. You're telling me Gramps was worrying over nothing and told me to stay put inside? Going on and on about the dangers that the outsiders pose and everything. It seems that they do not give full faith to their saviors. There are things you cannot see, Chair, even with whom you trust with your life. Though, I would like to know why. My. So there are a bunch of other kids who are stuck indoors in this village? No, there isn't anyone around my age in the village. At all. If that's the case, I guess I can understand why he would be overprotective. Anyways, it's our turn. We are... Oh, done. I'm good. I heard enough to get an idea. She's smiling. You... did? Huh? Pray, how didst thou hear us? Via listening device most secure but upon our chamber? Okay, I get it. That's soundproofing. I could hear pretty much everything. Don Quixote, right? Everything Don Quixote practically sang during the day. Verily, I see. Oh my god. The red mist. Uh-oh. I'd say bear in hibernation is a pretty apt descriptor. For all that grumbling and the routine, while Foslight claimed to one of the few available cloth sheets as soon as the close of business for the day was confirmed. Meanwhile, oh my god. Oh! This city Miss Don Quixote speaks of seems to be teeming with fixers of justice and exhilarating tales of adventures. Did you actually experience all of them yourselves? No, of course not. Don Quixote stories are usually those from of other famous people. But she's telling it with such vigor that it almost sounds like she was there here herself. Well, I guess if you really want to get into it, some of them might be retellings of Don Quixote's personal experiences. I could go for some candy. Well, I think all those stories, even though they're only partially true, just go to show what a ridiculous place it can be. Yeah, I think I need to play Arknights yet. I need to play Arknights at least. No, I just stopped Miss Mayers and now I made that eye contact. Mm. Mm. And what? Otis, who could no longer stand on Kyoto's intentional alterations of the story, jumped to her face. Damn it! What kind of nonsense are you feeding her? I never said anything like that. Really? Hmm. Hmm. Probably SMS the head. Not sure. Hmm. What? Church of the Deep. This shit is a lore dump, chat. The hell? Don Quixote. Don Quixote, do you know what your words reminds me of? Don Quixote? Ah, Bone Claimer, just in time! I was like 3 levels deep into this Arknights collab. I'm gonna roll for egos by tomorrow though. Until I stack enough points. This sentence alone, chat. This sentence alone, it literally defines the Indonesian government as a whole. Must have had to endure such a long period of pain to be able to say something like this. For Iberia. Baron? Did I roll already? Not yet. Not yet, Bone Claimer. I have like 8k lunacies and 34 tickets. I think I might wait out. I think I might wait out to fill all the daily check-ins though. Not sure if that would do. But that's a big lore dump, chat. That's a big lore dump. And Mercel just stared at us like that. Vessel Masses. It's a story fight. Yep, and we get to use our full team. Hooray! But I want to test something new though. It is this, chat. It is this. I have all of my Heisho IDs on Uptide 3, including Lord of Hongyan Honglu. I think I'm gonna use either Shichun Mail or just anyone from the C branch. I'm gonna use Shichun Mail. Let's see what's that about. I want to try my Raptor com that I just made. It's so big! Amazing! I don't know there were many vessels of this class in Iberia. Aha! I spy her name here. Just got by the name Rebellion de las Masas. Rebellion de las Masas. Revolt of the Masses, is it? A name very much marred in peculiarity indeed. Honglu chimed in that he was rather fond of it, with his size being about the same as the boat from his home. While Ishmael quickly jumped in to correct us. The size alone wasn't anything special to Great Lake, but it was still pretty big compared to Mephi or the Indigo Elder's gift. I thought it was going to be somewhere around Mephi's size at most. Are you sure you can get this ship fixed in a day or two? As I briefed you yesterday, the great majority of the time-consuming repairs had already been completed by the villagers. The extent of our repair efforts only concerns a few components within the vessel that the villagers could not repair, which shouldn't take as much time. Unless parts that are unfamiliar to Fast are also malfunctioning, such as the core engine, remaining repairs should be sufficiently managed by Fast. Still, please be thorough about it just in case. Other than not sinking on a ship again, the experience at Great Lake was enough. Do not worry, Dante. Unlike Mephistopheles, most functions of this vessel, buoyancy gear, propellers, steering gear, are all in operational capacity. This repair should be much easier than the case with Mephistopheles. As I'm confident enough, it should be safe this time around, right? Are we talking that okay. Are we taking that route to climb up the ship? No. There's a lift, like a paradise down there. It should take us up to the ship. Its stability was verified yesterday. Let us board the lift. You're 100% certain, right? The boat is afloat right now, Dante. I don't think it'll be sinking anytime soon. Wouldn't that be nice? Oi! Are you two just going to faff about down here? We're heading up now. No, we're going with you. Oh my god! Okay, chat. Okay, wow. Okay, wait up. When you visit white people's house. When you visit white people's house. This isn't real gold. Is it? Sure is shiny as I can hear. I've got butterflies in my stomach. A.S. Aesthetically satisfying, she says. But so ostentatious. Not quite my style. Our young Memphis is also quite an excellent vessel, yet imagine the adventures we could embark on aboard this vessel most lavishly decorated. This must have been an investigative or research vessel of sorts, but it doesn't seem a bit extravagant for one of those, though. Look, coordinates updating in real time, it seems. The coordinates seem to have been set to somewhere out in the middle of the ocean. Maybe it points to a small islet? Nope, no islet there. Wah! Blimey, I sure know how to sneak up on people. Mayors? Haha, what? Did I actually surprise you? I just asked if you guys were gonna come fix the boat today. Still, I didn't know you'd be here. Why are the coordinates set to this location? There are several undersea cities beneath those coordinates, collectively known as Aegir. Graham's home. I see. Understood. What was understood, if I may ask? It is now understood why the promise to repair this ship was sufficient to earn their trust and the title of saviors. What's she on about? Someone get translated? Consolidating and cross-referencing the observed particular circumstances of the village and the statements from the village chief, alongside information garnered from this exchange with mayors, it is possible to gauge significance the ship repair has to be local populate. Paro muerto. Just gonna read out the whole thing. Oh my god, cliff chasing Sinclair. The Aegir. Maybe there's something like nest dwellers? So I don't think I've heard of a nest that accepts backstreet people with open arms. Or maybe there used to be some rich folk? If they call them nests of Aegir here, then does that make the rabbit ears last Aegir too? Wait, in the world you came in from, do they not distinguish between races? That is not entirely true. Delineation between races is a concept that does not exist. However, as a general rule, it can be said that humans should be the only intelligent life forms in the city. The people of Terra have slightly varying appearances depending on their race, like my goddess ears. And I've got pointed ears because I'm an Aegir, though it's not a characteristic every Aegir shares. The close idea to what they are discussing appears to be, by context clues and the manner of word usage, including the means of classification, the close example in our world would be bloodfiends. Similar external appearances to humans, different natures, comparable sapiens. This of my belief that the bloodfiends are ostracized due to the nature of that make coexistence with humans difficult. It may be that Aegir are also... Oh my god, this chapter is a one big info dump. And I don't think I wanna hear the rest during this live stream. But I would like to read it though sometime later. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna skip this. Let's get straight to the battle. Because I was so sleepy over here, chap. And my sleep schedule has been as lately. I just woke up at 5:48 today. I just woke up at 5:48 a.m.
생각해보자.
이상이요.
그러니까
아, 저
행색이
앞에 보이는
이상하다.
분들이 적일까요?
그럼에도 이상이요.
이타
내가 맞서
온다.
이타 온다.
아시의 이상을 함께 줬던 호위 이상이요.
Anyways, back. So thing is, yeah, the thing is, so I woke up at 5:48. That's the latest time I would wake up. That or 6 a.m. And luckily, at that time, at today, the class were cancelled. In lack of better word, chat. The class are cancelled. Let's go.
날개를 펼치고 발톱을 걸어.
No, there was clash.
그게 바로 핵심 증거라고.
관계를 몰아붙이면
어디로?
아무 저항도 못하고 사건이 해결될 수밖에 없겠는데요?
시간 끌 것 없이 모조리 지워버리죠. 약속이 명백해.
No,
경련적
nice.
이렇게 간단하면 기회는 맛이 안 나잖아.
몸을 틔울 수도
매일
없겠구나.
보아왔는데도 지금은 감회가 새로워.
말로
하늘이 갑자기 확 돌아갔네?
보려내.
솔직하게 말해서
He's doing too much.
이건 내가 완전 잘못인데.
He's doing too much. And he fucking died.
네, 사실 그 상황에선 그런 공격밖에 고를 게 없었지, 그치?
시간 끌 것 없이 모조리 지워버리죠. 무상한 목숨
Nice.
지원일 뿐.
아, 여기서 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
너는 못 따라내. 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
저희에게도 이런 힘을 베풀어 주시다니
불가
마음씨가 넓은 분이시네요. 아, 실수로
Nice.
이 정도 탕후에 한번 베푸는
푸름을 틔울 수도
납작이
없기를.
길이가
넌 푸름을
올바른
틔울
물질끼리 맞붙게 느껴진
보려내.
파트를 쓰시면 아마 대체할 수 있는 것이 아무 없을 거야.
틈틈이 딱
지금 꼭 느꼈을 거야.
깨우치시게.
그치? 단테님은
묘야.
매번 기발한 발상을 떠올리시고
푸름을 틔울 수도
Oh my god.
이제 깨우치시게. 이제 깨우치시게. 경계를 풀지 마라.
At this point, Heisho's be catching strays like a lot.
이 정도면 충분히 좋은 성과인걸요?
맞아. 잠깐 들뜨는 것도 나쁘진 않지.
물론
깨우치시게.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
이제 끝났네. 너희들이 원한 대로 된 거 맞지?
Holy shit.
아, 여기저기 부서진 것 같은데 저건 우리 직원들 시켜서 고쳐야겠다.
Yep.
수리 대금도 받고
Yep. Yep. You know what, chat? Oh my god. It's so hard for me to say this.
상부상조네.
I think I've moved on from Bloodfiends, chat. I think I've moved on from Bleed Team since Kenta Wait. The fuck?
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만
That's an insane lineup, chat.
세월이 지나면
That's an insane lineup. If I say so myself, that is one insane lineup ever. If I'm being real. Others with the new ego.
내 명을 들은 시비수 결집이다.
비록 함께 전장에 나서는 건 아니지만 저희를 이끌어주는 건 단테님이나 선생님이에요.
And not to mention, Sinclair. It's an excellent clasher. Yeah. He's not dying yet. Unfair.
그게 바로 핵심 증거라고.
이대로 몰아붙이면 아무 저항도 못하고 사건이 해결될 수밖에 없겠는데요?
지금은 좋았어. 경계를 풀지 마라. 아직 이 사건은 끝나지 않아. 시간 끌 거를.
그래도 이 정도면 충분히 좋은 결과야.
맞아. 잠깐 듣는 것도 나쁘지 않지.
하늘이 갑자기 확 돌아갔네? 솔직하게 말해서 한 번에 이렇게 강한 공격을 할 줄은 영역을 시작했는데 기대를 가지고 왔거든. 물론 뭐 정확한 수치는 몰라도 아무튼 대단한 제도 신고한 거네. 지금은 자부심을 가져도 좋겠어.
명백해. 병문
이렇게 간단하면
여기서
김치인데
이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
수리하는 맛이 안 나잖아.
No! No! Yes! That took a lot of clashes, what the fuck?
경계를 풀지 마라. 아직 이 사건은 끝나지 않았어.
그래도 이 정도면 충분히 좋은
Hopeless.
성과일걸요?
맞아. 잠깐 들뜨는 것도 나쁘진 않지.
I think she have to retreat, chat. One way or another.
정상값은 바람 불어오는 사실 그 상황에선 그런 공격밖에 할 일이 없었지.
다음은 어디로? 친히 목을 떨궈주마. 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
아, 너희가 아까 쌩 공격을 한 바람에 바늘이 저 끝까지 들어가서 안 돌아와. 나 이거 잠깐 수리 좀 해야 할 것 같은데. 이 옷은 드라이버를 안 가지고. 잠깐 집중해야 하니까 마이크 그만할게. 아, 너희 잘했어. 정도 사랑의 허덕이다. 바람 불어오는
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
지금은 좋았어.
아, 너희가 아까 쌩 공격을 한 바람에.
That's a lot of enemies for a regular level, no?
나 이거 잠깐 수리 좀 해야 할 것 같은데.
Nice.
아, 이 옷은 드라이버를 안 가지고 다녀. 잠깐 집중해야 하니까 마이크 그만할게. 아, 너희 잘했어.
토끼를 보아. 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이다.
올바른 물질끼리
저
맞붙을 때 느껴지는
해충들을
카타르시스는
도려내.
아마 대체할 수 있는 것도 많이 없을 거야. 너희들 딱
선생님은
지금 그
묘이다.
매번 기발한 발상을 떠올리시네.
히리야. 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
아, 이건 내가 완전 전문인데.
바람 불어오는데.
그렇네.
짓밟아라.
좋아. 이걸로 사건 해결.
전개가 예상되는 삼추 소수진의 전투였군.
The remaining entities have all returned. The remaining entities have all returned to sea. Is everyone okay? We're doing peachy, but what about the ship? Oh, is the ship okay? Phew. This is so much for me to take. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. I don't want to waste my bedtime just to hear some stories.
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군.
The Inquisitor.
물진 길일 뿐이지만
We got our Lunashi, chat. We got Lunashi.
홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지. 이 홍호가
119. I don't think that's enough. Yeah.
바꿔왔는지를.
Who's over there? Inquisitor. I think we've been found. So the Inquisition has discovered our village. Did you really think that you could forever stay out of the Inquisition's case, citizen? Ah, that's a naive dream. Fabius disappeared from the Inquisition mid-interrogation under charge of suspicion of the membership of the Church of the Deep. Last known location, Salt Flat. The other Inquisitors have informed me that you have been identified next to pirates and in its fringes. From a criminal to an outlaw. What a dramatic evolution of your career. But it ends here now. Every citizen here, including you, will be accompanying me to the Inquisition. They have never broken a single law, nor are they outlaws of any kind. They are not like me. They have disregarded the Inquisition's authority, evaded the gates of Iberia, and found this southern coast to lurk in. Tell me I'm not supposed to find that suspicious? What are you talking about? You can't just start arresting people left and right with a tenuous suspicion like that. You shouldn't. We only wish to live a quiet life, ma'am. Is that so? Then you might find yourself returning to this village one day as long as you're telling the truth. Which is not an option for you, Fabius. Mayors, was Chief really a pirate? Well, yeah. But as far as I know, he's been out for the game for a while. And even when he went with the pirates, all he ever did was share the Finbis turkey to villages, or carry agrians between them. Even if you're telling the truth, Mayors, I doubt the Inquisition will be lenient. Well, what now? I have but one question to ask. That Inquisitor, is she following the proper legal procedures? I don't know much about the laws of Iberia, but Dr. Kalsit told us that the word of Inquisitors were pretty much the law here. It is likely that she is following the proper legal procedures. The procedures are precisely what the villagers have fled from, after all. Then it is decided. Executive Manager, we best immediately return to the ship, take command of it, and sail out on our own. It is unwise to involve ourselves in this conflict. What? Are you seriously suggesting that we just let them arrest the villagers? Didn't you hear what the Inquisitor said? It seems quite cut and dry to me. If this is just standard procedure with no local laws broken, we are in no place to involve ourselves. Our best hope is to take the ship before the rope impound that too. We can do that, even if it's standard procedure, even if they're working under the law. It's not. You stayed up to hear Mayor's story too, didn't you? You know, the Uncorp Inquisitors were working with their law too when they came for the village. That was standard procedure too. If anyone stepped in, then I know what you went through. But I would still rather not take a risk in an environment like this. I will try my best to figure out how to sell that ship. If I cannot, then I have faith in Ishmael to quickly learn its controls. I can't say you're wrong, but I don't know. Neither you nor I know anything about the ocean currents here, Otis. We can get the ship going, but I can guarantee that we will reach the dimensional door without any trouble. You. Do you know about anything about the sea currents in this region? Not much, but I know the coastal sea somewhat, and you can fight the Inquisitors directly here in Iberia. Playing with the ship might be the better option. What should we do, Dante? Yeah, I guess that's kind of awkward for us to just take the ship and go, huh? How about we try to talk to the Inquisitor then? I think we should at least try to hear them out first, them being the Inquisitor and the Chief Boast. If the discussion goes well, we might be able to get the Inquisition support, like Mr. Honglu said. We shouldn't hear them out first. We should hear them out first, then try to convince them. R. Rabbit's right, she says. Are you certain that the translation was accurate, Sinclair? Right? There's no way Yoshi would choose anything other than violence, right? Idiots. It's because the other options are pointless. Inquisitors seen us. We are already under suspicion. She will doubtlessly try to stop us if we flee now. So talk first, lower her guard, then attack. Pretty sure that's not what Amiya meant. Well, if she's already onto us, then we shouldn't give any... I was wondering what you were doing here, lurking in the background. A clock-shaped hat? Are you from the Colombian Union? They're wearing a clock for a head due to reasons, but they have nothing to do with the Colombian Union. What's the Colombian Union? TikTok. What? Which language are they speaking? Regardless of whether you are from Colombia or not, you are clearly not from the Iberia. Let alone this village. You're not wrong, but I think there's been a bit of a misunderstanding. I'm quite certain you don't know enough about this village to stand between them and Inquisitor. How long have you been staying here? 2 days? Buddy, don't just tell her that. 2 days! Alright, enough this chicanery. Get out of my way, outsider! The attempt appears to have been made on quite the unstable ground. Please lend us your ear for a minute, Inquisitor. I am Amia, leader of Rhode Island. Yes, I am aware Iberia's close border situation. Oh, so not only are we dealing with outsiders of a dubious origin, we have illegal entry as well. We had to, because the issue demands urgency and I've been briefed. Brazenly crossed the border, didn't you? I don't know how urgent that issue could be, but I doubt it's anything more significant than the situation at hand for Iberia and its Inquisition. The High Inquisitor is handling the Rhodes Island issue. Stay put and await the consequences while he and that chatty mad doctor of yours talk it out. Do know that your treatment may depend on her negotiation skills. As for the village chief, I understand that you have the right to arrest him, as he is a fugitive who had fled in the middle of an interrogation and has been sailing with the pirates. However, it is an inhuman treatment to arrest the rest of the villagers as well. Inhumane? This decision is well within the rights bestowed upon the Inquisition. They've lived for years right next to that highly suspicious Aegir. The Inquisition must investigate the rest of them as well to verify whether they have committed any acts of treason against our laws. This isn't going anywhere, is it? Listen, they've been surviving for years upon years by the cause without the protection of the Inquisition, and that simply cannot make sense. Okay, I think I've heard enough of you. Ain't funny how you're blaming them for what is essentially a failure of your responsibilities. And now you're all up in there, only to go, they shouldn't be alive, I'm rushing them all? What? Are you saying these people should all be dead or something? I am. There's no other way to cut it. People simply shouldn't be able to survive in a place like this, not for this long. That's it. Lass! If you ever so much as touch the grip tip of the single villager's hair, please calm yourself, Heathcliff. Thank you, Honglu. Get your bloody hands off me! I've had enough of her! Continuing to threaten her will cause something in the village. Oh my god. What do you suggest then? We're clearly not making any progress by trying to talk this out. Excuse me, Miss Inquisitor. What do you mean that people shouldn't be able to survive in a place like this? I mean it literally. Even by some miracle that they actually do survive, they should at least be suffering from endless hunger, struggling to their wits at the inevitability. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, here you are talking about some justice. I wanna fight her, regardless. I hope we get to fight that girl because I hate her already. I want her killed. I want her killed. ASAP. It's on site, Inquisitor. It's on fucking site. Oh, let's go. Are we gonna fight her? I hope so, because she pissed me off genuinely. She genuinely PMO, chat. She genuinely pissed me off. She genuinely pissed me off. You. Decades ago, a great wave ravaged to Iberia. It wasn't long before the seaborns carried by the waves diminished in... Okay, what time is it? I think I... Oh, it's 30... Oh, it's already 30 minutes? What? Just what are you? No average Iberian citizen should be privy to any of the information you're sharing. And the Church of the Deep is really capitalizing the pandemonium that followed the profound silence. That is a big lore down to take in, chat. Not gonna lie. I'm just gonna order this shit and watch how the story plays out. Oh shoot. That's there with little doubt our foes. I've got a bad feeling about this. Get out of my way. Run! Don Quixote! Thou shalt go no further. A fiction of justice shall not abide by as thou. Oh my god. Munter. Munner. No way. Gah! Who is it this time? Dr. Kaltsit. Do you know her? Yes, she's Dr. Kaltsit. Rhode Island Medical Department's... Ah, Dr. Kaltsit, behind you! Shoot first, talk later. Is it? The negotiations are over. From this moment onward, Rhode Island is now operating within legal capacity in Iberian territory under the Inquisition authorization. Oh my god, what is it this time? Hold on, chat. Okay, I forgot to turn on my mic. Yeah, I did turn on my mic. Okay, good. I wanna skip because it's getting late already, and I'm gonna sleep right after finishing this level. Yeah, this level precisely.
아무래도 책상에서 이것저것 발명만 하던 나는 너희 같은 현장 일은 잘 모르긴 해.
행색이
그래도
이상하다.
관심이 있어서 종종
그럼에도
아니,
이상이야.
많이 찾아봤으니까 어떻게든
내가
도움은 될
봤어.
거야.
내가 아시의 이상을 함께 줬던 호위 이상이요.
시간 끌 것 없이
12세기 명화가
모조리
이 앞에
치워버리자.
섰다. 누구 하나 살려보내지 마라.
틈을 훌륭하군요.
그렇지. 그게 바로 핵심
Nope.
증거라고.
이대로 몰아붙이면 아무 저항도 못하고 사건이 해결될 수밖에 없겠는데요?
Oh, you could have staggered her. You could have staggered them. Come on. Oh no.
내가 모르는 장치가 있었나? 아니면 참가상이 뭐라도 했나? 너희가 이기기까지 걸리는 시간이 단축되고 있네.
Oh shit. Go.
불가 위야
Nice.
막아내지 못하리.
Oh, that's not a stagger. That's disappointing. No. No.
말로 받아들라.
올바른 물질끼리 맞붙을 때 느껴지는
도련해.
감정을 아마 대체할 수 있는 것은 아니야.
물 넘고
너희도 딱 지금 그걸 느꼈을 것 같다. 그치?
제철.
아, 이건 내가 완전 전문인데. 벌써 해버렸네.
주의 깊게 보지 않으면
선생님은
잘못 선택했을 수도
기발한
있었는데
발상을 떠올리시네요.
현명하셨네요.
Could have killed it. But okay.
무상한 목숨
Nice.
지원했군.
약점이
배수의
명백했군. 평면적이다.
이렇게 간단하면 김새는데. 추리하는 맛이 안 나잖아.
Struggling? I hope you hit the neutral, Honglu. I have a fear that you didn't. That you won't. Go. Oh my god, I'm fucking tweaking. The fuck?
목을 떨궈주마.
Nice.
다들 첫 여정을 시작할
Yes.
때보다
Yes! Let's go. We're winning. I hope.
매일 보아왔는데도
Again.
지금은
Nice.
새로워.
Okay.
나무와 함께 베어 넘겨드리죠. 정상값이네. 사실 그 상황에선 그런 공격밖에 고를 게 없었지, 그치? 아, 너희가 아까 쌩 공격을 한 바람에 바늘이 저 끝까지 들어가서 안 돌아와. 나 이거 잠깐 수리 좀 해야 할 것 같은데. 아, 이 드라이버를 안 가지고 다녔나? 잠깐 집중해야 하니까 말 그만할게. 아, 너희 잘했어.
Go. One down.
바람 불어오는 대로 짓밟아라.
Here goes nothing, chat. 하나 넘고. 넘고.
수위 넘고 얼마든지 꺾어 제쳐라.
Oh. Okay, almost staggered.
내 앞에
여기서 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
아시다. 능히 그리할 수 있어.
Oh, that's it. That's insanely underwhelming. Oh, come on.
혈염도 바로.
Oh. Almost there, chat.
뭐
겹겹의 중
순탄하네. 근데 순탄의 데가 가장
뚫어보이겠어.
무서운 거야. 뭘 실험하고 있을 때도 꼭 눈을 떼는 순간 온갖
Fuck it away.
난장거든. 근데 그게 원래 실패할 거였는지 내가 못 본 순간에 뭐가
I wanna-
있었는지를 알 수가 없어지는 게 문제란 거지. 무슨 말인지 알겠지? 덮어놓고 간단한 지시만
Cabron.
할 수도 있다고.
I need to kill your boss.
물 넘고 모든 것에 견뎠어.
예상대로 적은 완벽히 제압했네.
This
또
dude!
진상에 다가갈 수 있겠군요.
Bro, get your broke ass up on my sight.
목을 떨궈주마. 넌 푸름을
하늘이
틔울
갑자기
수
확 돌아.
없겠구나.
휴, 이제 끝났네. 너희들이 원하는 거 된 거 맞지? 아, 여기저기 부서진 것 같은데 저건 우리 직원을 시켜서 고쳐야겠다. 수리 대금도 받고 시민들도 금방.
Oh, her name's Irene. But I did not get to fight her. That's so sad. Ah, fuck you, Irene. Oh.
마침내 굴레 하나를 끊었어. 두려움 없이 나아갈 수 있는 아시가
Okay.
한 걸음 더 가까워져.
I think I should conclude this stream for now, chat.
그러니
Watching.
언젠가 재회할 날 꼭 내게도 은자를 풀어주시오. 내 그것만을 바라고 온몸에 피를 묻혀가며